Hello, hi everyone. This is Dr. Sana Khan, your biology expert, and you're watching my channel Need Biology Unplugged. So, this is today's lecture 2 of the chapter Human Reproduction, where we are going to talk about the remaining part of the human male reproductive system. अगर आपने lecture 1 अभी तक नहीं देखा है तो प्लीज देखिए, बिकॉज उसमें हमने टेस्टिस के स्ट्रक्चर, हिस्टोलॉजी एंड कवरिंग दैट इज स्क्रोटम के बारे में इन डिटेल बात करी हुई थी. तो आज हम बात करेंगे अबाउट द एसेसरी डक्ट्स, ग्लैंड्स एंड एक्सटर्नल जेनाइटेलिया, बट ओनली द पेनिस, बिकॉज स्क्रोटम हमने ऑलरेडी कवर कर दिया है इन डिटेल. So without wasting time, let's get started and start with the accessory duct. So the first accessory duct जिसके बारे में हम पढ़ेंगे that would be vasa efferentia. अगर आपको याद हो तो मैंने आपको बताया था कि जो टेस्टिस होती है it is divided into lobes, और हर एक लोब्स में there are seminiferous tubule, right? हर एक लोब में कितने सेमिनिफेरस ट्यूब्यूल बताए थे आपको? 1 से 4 सेमिनिफेरस ट्यूब्यूल जो कन्वर्ज होते हैं एंड बनाते हैं आपके रेडी टेस्टिस. अब ये रेडी टेस्टिस के 15 से 20, यस कितने, 15 से 20 डक्ट्यूल्स निकलते हैं, सी लाइक दिस, एंड दीज डक्ट्यूल्स आर कॉल्ड एज वासा इफ्रेंशिया, एंड फाइनली दे कन्वर्ज एंड जॉइन द हेड ऑफ द एपिडिडाइमिस which is called as capute epididymis, right? So see, these are the seminiferous tubule, so which are nothing but the network of irregular tubules which are finally joining and forming a ready testis, and जो ready testis होती है वो बनाती है आपके efferent ductules. Okay, you can call it as vasa efferentia, which are 15 to 20 in number, and they are going to finally join the head of the epididymis, which is called as capute epididymis. So before joining the head of the epididymis, it pierces the covering of the testes, that is tunica albuginea. ओके, सो फाइनली जो वासा इफ्रेंशिया का काम क्या होता है? वासा इफ्रेंशिया इज अ कनेक्शन बिटवीन योर टेस्टिस एंड योर एसेसरी डक्ट. ओके, सो इट कैरीज द स्पर्म फ्रॉम द टेस्टिस टू द एपिडिडाइमिस. तो वासा इफ्रेंशिया क्या करता है? आपके टेस्टिस से, यहाँ से जो स्पर्म है वो आपके हेड ऑफ द एपिडिडाइमिस तक कैरी करता है. Now let us talk about the epididymis. So this is the structure of testes. जो हमने पढ़ा था about vasa efferentia, ready testes, वो अंदर के सेक्शन में होता है, because आपकी जो टेस्टिस होती है वो लोब्यूल्स में डिवाइडेड होती है, फिर वो कन्वर्ज करती है इनटू रेडी टेस्टिस, फिर रेडी टेस्टिस फाइनली बनाता है 15 to 20 वासा इफ्रेंशिया, which finally joins your epididymis. तो एपिडिडाइमिस जो होता है वो सी या फिर कॉमा शेप का होता है. ओके, सो यू कैन क्लियरली सी इट इज सी और कॉमा शेप, एंड इट लाइज अलोंग द पोस्टीरियर बॉर्डर ऑफ द टेस्टिस. तो टेस्टिस के पोस्टीरियर बॉर्डर पे होता है, एंड इट इज वेरी मस्कुलर एंड हाईली कॉइल्ड ट्यूब. व्हाई इट्स कॉल्ड एज हाईली कॉइल्ड ट्यूब? बिकॉज 6 मीटर इन लेंथ होता है. ओके, सो इट इज वेरी वेरी थिन एंड इट इज अ वेरी कॉइल्ड ट्यूब which is 6 मीटर इन लेंथ, and the entire epididymis get differentiated into 3 regions. So let us see what are the 3 regions of epididymis. जो सबसे पहला जहां पर हमने A लिखा है, this region is called as head, okay, which is also called as caput epididymis. B is called as body or corpus epididymis. C is called as tail or cauda epididymis. ठीक है, तो epididymis के कितने regions होते हैं? epididymis के 3 region होते हैं, head, body and tail. Head is called as caput, body is called as corpus, and tail is called as cauda epididymis, which finally continues up जो D दिया है as a vas difference. Okay, so epididymis क्या करता है? epididymis आपका sperm carry करता है और आगे देता है to the vas difference. Apart from that, there are few more functions of epididymis, especially near the region of head, जहां पर जो sperm होंगे आपके, they will undergo a physiological maturation. Physiological maturation means they are going to undergo changes, they are going to acquire their motility like property. Okay, so वहां पर they will undergo physiological maturation, the motility of the sperm is going to get increased and the fertilizing capacity would be enhanced. So ये आपका function होता है of the head of the epididymis. Then tail region में जो sperms होते हैं, they are stored temporarily. Now from the tail region of the epididymis, the vas difference, okay, see, arises the vas difference like this. तो ये आपका epididymis हो गया जो C shape का है, posterior part of the testes में. अब वो जब ऊपर जा रहा है ये region, तो इसको बोलते हैं हम vas difference. So vas difference is going to arise from cauda epididymis. Can you see it is going to ascend? ये देखो ऊपर की तरफ जा रहा है. It's going up, up, up in the abdominal cavity. It's going through the inguinal canal. Okay, it's going through the inguinal canal and it is crossing the ureter. See, यहाँ पर ये ureter को cross कर रहा है. See like this. Okay, यहाँ पर ये आपके ureter को cross कर रहा है. and then it is joining the seminal vesicle. This is the seminal vesicle and it's joining the seminal vesicle, and finally here the point jahan par mera pointer hai, it is forming an ejaculatory duct. But before it joins the seminal vesicle, it enlarges over here, and this region is called as ampulla. What is it called? It is called as ampulla. So once again, let us see the course of vasa differentia. Vasa differentia starts from your tail epididymis, okay, goes up to the abdominal cavity through the inguinal canal like this, like this, like this. Then it crosses the ureter. It joins the seminal vesicle. Here it forms the ejaculatory duct, and before it joins the seminal vesicle, it gets enlarged over here and it forms ampulla. Okay, so that's the course of your vas difference. So now vas differens is such a long tube, so it is around 40 centimeter long, and the function for it is it's going to carry the sperm from the epididymis to your ejaculatory duct till here. Okay, so it's going to carry the sperm to the ejaculatory duct by means of peristalsis. See, so these are your vas differens. ठीक है, ये है आपका seminal vesicle and see how it's forming the ejaculatory duct like this. And ये जो आपको दिख रहा है, ये है आपका prostate gland. So each vas differens joins. So these are the each vas differens. They are going to join the seminal vesicle, and finally they are going to form the ejaculatory duct. Okay. So they are going to form the ejaculatory duct, which is nothing but 2 centimeter long narrow muscular tube. Okay, so this is going to pierce your prostate gland. As I told you, this is your prostate gland, which finally opens into the urethra within the prostate gland itself. Okay, so जो finally जो ejaculatory duct है वो आपका open होता है as urethra, but it opens inside your prostate gland. So let us see the function of ejaculatory duct. Okay, so it's going to carry the sperm from vas deferens into the urethra. Okay, so it's going to carry the sperm from here, from your vas deferens into the urethra. So it carries seminal fluid from seminal vesicle into urethra. So जो vas deferens है वो आपका sperm लेकर जाएगा ejaculatory duct में, and जो seminal vesicle है, this one, they are going to carry the seminal fluid into the urethra, this part. Okay, so that's all about the ejaculatory duct and your vas deferens. Now let us come to the next structure, that is your urethra. So urethra is 20 centimeter long, okay, and it arises from this part, which is nothing but your urinary bladder. So it arises from the base of the urinary bladder. See, it is passing through the entire length of the penis. That is why it is 20 centimeter long. And it opens out here where it is called as urethral orifice. So जो उसकी opening होती है उसको हम कहते हैं urethral orifice. So this opening is called as urethral orifice. So now the urethra gets divided into 3 parts. The first part is called as prostatic urethra. Okay, prostatic urethra is a part जो आपके prostate gland के अंदर आता है, and it is going to carry only the urine. Then the second part, okay, that is called as membranous urethra, जो आपके penile penis के ऊपर आता है, and it's going to carry the urine plus semen. And the last one is the penile or spongial urethra, which is going to again carry urine plus semen. So urethra gets divided into 3 parts: prostatic, membranous, and penile, out of which prostatic is going to carry only urine, while the remaining 2 are going to carry urine plus semen. So as urethra carries both urine as well as sperms, so it is called as urinogenital duct, because it carries both your urine as well as sperm. So that is why it is called as urinogenital duct. Now, if you see the urethra, at the start, it has a sphincter, okay? And the sphincter is called as an internal sphincter, and this sphincter is called as an external sphincter. Okay, so there are 2 sphincters in the urethra. The first one is your internal and the second one is your external. Internal is made up of smooth muscle, and external sphincter जो होता है वो हमारा skeletal muscle का बना होता है. Okay, so that is why we say that the internal muscle, okay, the internal sphincter is involuntary and the external sphincter is voluntary. So now this completes your entire ducts of the male reproductive system. We started about the vasa efferentia, ठीक है, जैसे कि आपकी रेटी टेस्टिस होती है जो 15 से 20 डक्ट्यूल से ज्वाइन होती है इनटू वासा एफ्रेंशिया. वासा एफ्रेंशिया पियर्स करता है आपका ट्यूनिका एल्बुगिनिया को, एंड फाइनली ज्वाइन होता है एट द कैप्यूट एपिडिडाइमिस, राइट. फिर जो एपिडिडाइमिस होती है, इट्स अ सीड शेप स्ट्रक्चर व्हिच इज प्रेजेंट इन द पोस्टीरियर पार्ट ऑफ द टेस्टिस, एंड इट इज डिवाइडेड इनटू 3 रीजन. Then we talked about the vast difference जो ऊपर की तरफ आपके continue होता है through the inguinal canal, crosses the ureter, joins the seminal vesicle and forms an ejaculatory duct. Then we talked about the ejaculatory duct का function जहाँ पर हमने पढ़ा कि vast difference sperm लेकर आता है and seminal vesicle seminal fluid. And then we talked about the urethra, which is 20 centimeter long and divided into 3 regions. So this is the description which you should know about the ducts of the male reproductive system. Now let us come to the next part, that is accessory glands in males. Okay, so there are 3 accessory glands in male. The first one is seminal vesicle, the second one is the prostate gland, and the third one is Cooper, or it is also called as bulbourethral gland. ठीक है, तो 3 glands होते हैं, seminal vesicle, prostate gland and Cooper's or bulbourethral gland. So let us first talk about the seminal vesicle. Seminal vesicle I think आपको clearly समझ में आ गया है कि वो vast difference के just बाजू में है. Okay, so it's a pair of a fibromuscular pouches. Okay, so it's made up of fibers and muscles. It is just present posterior to urinary bladder. तो आपका urinary bladder आगे है और ये जो structures हमने पढ़े ये आपके पीछे है. Okay, so they are present posterior to urinary bladder and your seminal duct. Okay, so seminal duct and this vast difference they are going to join and form ejaculatory duct. Very important for MCQ कि ejaculatory duct कैसे बनता है. Ejaculatory duct आपका बनता है with the help of seminal vesicle and vast difference. दोनों join होते हैं और ejaculatory duct बनाते हैं. So let us see the functions. Functions बहुत important है, MCQ में आ सकते हैं कि जो seminal vesicle का जो fluid होता है, which is called as seminal fluid, उसमें contents क्या होते हैं, उसके functions क्या होते हैं. So seminal vesicle secretes a viscous fluid having fructose. तो उसका जो fluid होता है it's viscous in nature, उसमें fructose होता है which is going to provide energy to sperm because obviously sperm has to travel. Okay, so sperm requires lot of energy. So this presence of fructose in the female genital tract confirms of sexual intercourse because that fructose is present in semen ka content, that is your seminal vesicle. Another thing which is present in the seminal fluid is your prostaglandin, which is going to stimulate the reverse peristalsis in vagina and uterus, aiding the faster movement of sperm towards the egg in female body. Okay, because जैसे ही the semen touches the vagina, उसमें होता है prostaglandin. Okay, and ये prostaglandin causes the reverse peristalsis. Reverse peristalsis क्यों? So that the sperm can travel upwards. They have to travel upwards ना, तो इसीलिए जो peristalsis होगा वो ऊपर की तरफ होगा. So that's called as reverse peristalsis. So that the movement of sperm can take place and finally the sperm can reach to the egg. Apart from that, it also contains fibrinogen, which helps in coagulation of semen after ejaculation and forms a bolus for quick propulsion in vagina. Okay, so semen as soon as penis से बाहर आ जाता है, it coagulates so that it forms a bolus and it can easily pass into the vagina. So seminal fluid forms 60% of total volume of semen. Very important, please remember उसमें 3 चीजें होती हैं, तीनों का functions is equally important, can come in your exam. Fructose, prostaglandin and fibrinogen. Now if you come to the next structure, that is your prostate and bulbourethral gland. So let us first talk about the prostate gland. So this is a prostate gland which is a single gland present below the urinary bladder and surrounds the urethra. You can clearly see here it's a single gland, urinary bladder के नीचे है और urethra को surround कर रहा है. Okay, it's cone shape like this. Cone shape का होता है. Okay, and it contains 20 to 30 separate lobes opening separately in यूरेथ्रा. जैसे आपकी टेस्टिस लोब्स में डिवाइडेड होती है वैसे ही आपका प्रोस्टेट ग्लैंड भी 20 to 30 सेपरेट लोब्स में डिवाइडेड होता है व्हिच ओपन सेपरेटली. ओके, हर एक लोब सेपरेटली ओपन होता है आपका इनटू द यूरेथ्रा. तो अभी प्रोस्टेट ग्लैंड की जो फ्लूइड है उसका नाम है प्रोस्टैटिक फ्लूइड. ओके, सो प्रोस्टेट ग्लैंड इज गोइंग टू सेक्रेट अ फ्लूइड व्हिच इज कॉल्ड एज prostatic fluid, which is whitish in color and forms 30% of total volume of semen. Okay, prostatic fluid का function क्या है? It is alkaline in nature, so it is going to neutralize the acidic condition of the vaginal fluid. Okay, so it's going to neutralize the acidity of the vaginal fluid so that the sperm doesn't get killed. It also contains citric acid, acid phosphatase, and various other enzymes. Okay, so acid phosphatase होता है उसमें, इसका काम क्या होता है? Acid phosphatase is going to facilitate the process of fertilization by protecting sperm from acidic environment of vagina. Because अगर vagina is usually acidic so that infection ना हो. Okay, but अगर copulation के time पे भी, okay, if the vagina is acidic, then it would lead to killing of the sperm. The sperm would get killed. तो उसको neutralize करता है आपका prostatic fluid. And at pH of around 6 to 6.5, sperm becomes motile in nature. So they require a more of alkaline nature. So now there is something called as prostate cancer, which is very, very common. So it is a cancer that develops in prostate gland, and about 1 in 9 men is going to be diagnosed by prostate gland in their lifetime. इनके सिम्टम्स क्या होते हैं, लाइक डिफिकल्टी इन यूरिनेशन, और कभी कभी तो कोई सिम्टम ही नहीं होते हैं. सो इफ यू सी, दिस इज द नॉर्मल प्रोस्टेट एंड दिस इज अ प्रोस्टैटिक कैंसर. ओके, सो सी how this is going to develop. Okay, this is your bladder. Okay, this is your bladder, and ये है आपका prostate gland. This is a normal prostate gland, and can you see how the tumor is getting formed in the prostate gland, which leads to prostatic cancer. The exact cause of prostate cancer is not clear, but usually we say that the prostate cancer क्यों होता है, because उसके जो कुछ cells होते हैं वो abnormal हो जाते हैं. So there are certain mutations which takes place in DNA which causes the rapid growth of that abnormal cell, which finally lead to the prostate cancer. Usually it is more seen in the people who are above 50 years of age and who consumes more of fat things. Okay, so now let us come to the third gland, that is Cooper's gland, which is just present below the prostate gland. You can clearly see very small chotu sa hair like a bulb, okay, like a bulb in the region of urethra. It's also called as bulbourethral gland, which is small pea-sized. Okay, pea-sized is very small gland, okay, and they open into the membranous urethra. Again, it's also going to secrete an alkaline viscous fluid, which is going to neutralize the acidic condition of the vagina. Okay, so it neutralizes acids also present in the penile urethra due to previous urination, because that's a common passage for urine as well. So and our urine is acidic in nature, तो उसका भी जो acidic condition है वो neutralize होना जरूरी है, which is done by bulbourethral gland. So जो bulbourethral gland की जो fluid होती है, it neutralizes the acid which is present in penile urethra due to previous urination, and it's also going to lubricate the vagina so that the copulation takes place easily. Okay, so this completes your all three glands. I hope it's very easy to understand. That is your seminal vesicle, prostate gland, Cooper's gland. इसमें आपको please याद रखो कि जो seminal vesicle and prostate gland के जो functions है, they are very very important for your NEET exam. Now let us go to the next part, that is semen. So let us see what is the content of semen. Obviously हमको पता है कि semen का content ये तीनों फिर gland से आएगा and sperm से आएगा. Right, so it's a milky white gel-like secretion which comes out from the penis during coitus. So sperm is 10%, seminal fluid is 60, and prostatic fluid is 30. Cooper's gland का is very less. Okay, and वो जो भी secretion बनाता है वो neutralize कर देता है almost to the like penile urethra, तो उसका contribution हम ज़्यादा नहीं लेते. So properties of semen, let us see. Volume जो होता है, it's between 2.5 to 4 ml semen per ejaculate. pH is alkaline in nature, 7.2 to 7.7, and each ejaculate has 400 millions of sperm. Okay, 400 million sperm होते हैं, but जरूरी नहीं है कि ये 400 million से खाली कुछ हजार ही होते हैं जो properly developed होते हैं. So release of large numbers of sperms ensure fertilization. Okay, so it contains secretion of epididymis, the accessory glands for nourishing like fructose, neutralizing acidity like calcium bicarbonate, and prostaglandin for the action of movement of the sperm. So this is all about the semen which you should know. Okay, and there is some term which you should also know, that is artificial insemination, about which we will be also talking in detail in the last lecture of this chapter. So artificial insemination is artificially introducing semen into the vagina to make the female pregnant. Okay, so it's like introducing through injections. Now let us come to the last part of the male reproductive system, that is penis. इससे आगे जो एक part है, that is scrotum, जो हमने lecture 1 में complete कर लिया था. So now the penis is called as a male copulatory organ, which is extra abdominal in nature, and it is present between the thighs in front of the scrotum. So it is cylindrical in nature and erectile in structure. Okay, sorry, I mean to say it's cylindrical in shape and erectile in structure, and it's a pendulous organ which is suspended in pubic region. So normally it's small and limp, but turns long and erect on sexual arousal due to blood flow in sinuses. So now this is the structure of penis, which is made up of 3 tissues. You need to remember about the 3 names of the erectile tissues. So the first one is corpora cavernosa. Okay, jahan par 1 and 2 likha hai, that is corpora cavernosa, which is paired, present, posterolateral. And the last one is your corpus spongiosum, which is a single median erectile tissue. So penis is made up of 3 erectile tissue, which makes it erect during the sexual arousal. So urethra passes through the corpus spongiosum. That is why it is called as, that is why the last part of the urethra is called as spongial urethra. And at the tip of the penis, corpus spongiosum is enlarged, which forms a conical structure, and it's highly sensitive region, and it is called as glans penis. So at here it's getting enlarged, and it's over here it is called as glans penis. Okay, so this is the glans penis, which is covered by prepuce or foreskin. The function is, during copulation, it's going to deposit the semen into the vagina, and during maturation, it's going to pass the urine from the urethra. Okay, so this is all about the male reproductive system in detail. I have talked about each and everything. So you should know at least about the male reproductive system this much. And if you have any doubt related to this topic, you can ask me in the comment section, or you can mail me to the same email ID, that is Neat Biology Unplugged. So if you have liked this video, then please like the video, subscribe to my channel, and share it as much as you can. I will soon meet you with the next lecture, that is lecture 3 on human female reproductive system very soon. Till then, study hard, take care, and work hard. Bye everybody, take care.